Fear not, but fear itself. 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 Fear not. Fear not. Rise above. Be bold. Put the Vicks around your nose. Put and wash off your face with water. Water is sacred in life. We can save by learning from Grandma and Grandpa and their Grandma and Grandpa and whatever countries we came from, royalty or gypsy. Our lives matter, and the earth is sacred. Our body is a part of the earth, and the earth will become a part of our body again. But Spirit created the us that is you, that is good enough just as you are. Be so busy with helping others and cleaning up the streets and raking things instead of poisoning them. Cheap-ass corporate. Don't go for the contract, cities. Take a stand, local people. You don't have to march on any other city. Then do your part, everyone. Walk out and just start making a wave. Making a wave. And imagine the ecstasy of we're all breathing that wave wherever you're praying, chanting, taking off your hat, combing your hair, being smart or sassy, whatever the rightful thing. The air is all of ours. It's all of our responsibility. Trump needs to pay his taxes. Anyone making over $1 million, let's say 5 million. Anyone that's made over $5 million in the last 5 years, pay your taxes. The same as we the people. Let's start there and send it to the Caribou tribe and have the oil not be touched. It's a national treasure. We need to save ourselves, and we always must have our backup ready, period. There was a day that corporate greed and the jack-off that most people won't talk about, and we all were part of the problem, and now we can be a part of the solution with this breath. Gratitude. Thank you. Joy, softness, playfulness of a child. The things that some movies is the only thing you may have a relationship with. But take the good in you, and from that movie or that inspiration, that hero, that moment, that sound, that rap, that whatever moves around, the cellular connection of all of us when we're in the wave, the radio wave, in the wave, the longitude, latitude, 24-hour clock. Think of it. So left and right brain, we swim like the strong salmon that we have up the Sacramento River. So they need to not take our wetlands and poison them, because our bird and wildlife and our honeybees provide food, but we have gotten into importing things, even though we say we're only creating blocks for those that we either want to manipulate or own or makes money off of people's body parts now. So join me and know that you make a difference today by doing one good deed, and smile and laugh no matter what the news is saying this decade. Be a good American. Well, be a good whoever you are. Before the wound, before the story, the essence that came in and went, wah! Wah! Learn how to sage and cleanse so we can hug and touch. And it's not nasty. It's innocence. I was from the generation that was free and we could leave our doors open. Our dogs would let us know to wake up if someone was on our property, whether we were in a high rise or not. There was something living that would squawk. They used to be allowed to have chickens and pigeons because they were flight birds. They used to be carriers that carried messages that saved the war, the war, the war. The America that I was birthed from was pure. And my mother's second husband, my daddy was civil servant, my stepdaddy was World War II bomber pilot. And so, as the circle of life, they gifted me unconditional love. And I had a receptor in my system that was so soft and warm and true, real. Makes any of this fake stuff. That's why the fake gets so angry. That's why the defensive, that their mouths don't shut up, their brains don't engage. They don't know how to do right, left brain. And it's not the mean stuff that the kids know really a lot about taking advantage of. The 9/11 Post is trained as civilian to be mean instead of united, to be suspicious instead of united, and thieves, cops, and robbers, and we pay for it all, when all it took was a dog in the backyard and a 44. And we could sleep in peace. And it was wonderful to know how to build a fire and hang out with the boys. Some girls maybe had it bad, maybe the blacks had it bad, but guess what? No one has it over on our Native Americans or any piece of history. History repeats itself, but what part do we want to leave in our seed, in our dust? I want the essence of me to agree with the essence of you. That we could sprout a beautiful tree and have a bench underneath it, representing our love. With the climbers. Gotta believe. And you gotta know, just so that those of you who've never experienced this kind of innocent, beautiful, protected, loved, and then grew. It wasn't until my 40s that I had 30s to toys, but not the kind that everyone, was so much more nasty that I didn't need to go there. But now that I'm older, I hardly need, I can feel you coming, baby, if you got some testosterone or genuine heart, passion. My one friend, Rick McCauley, God bless him, Vietnam veteran medevac. But he was a journalist. He was a young man that goes, hey, Uncle Sam owned your ass. And everyone was equal then. The Congress and all them, they had to send theirs at war. They had to send theirs at war too. Everyone was equal. You couldn't buy your way out of it, Trump, no matter who you were.